Hey guys, this is Hyper Loomer here and welcome back to another Rainbow Loom tutorial. So for today's tutorial, I'll be showing you guys how to make this really cool axolotl charm. This is an original design by me, and what inspired me to make this was my friend Olympus the Loomer. He posted this really cool Lumagurumi axolotl. Put the details there, but yeah, he made this really cool Lumagurumi axolotl, and I was like, hey, that is so adorable. I should make my own version of the axolotl. So yeah, here we are with the axolotl. Yeah, I'm just gonna give you guys a heads up here, but I haven't been posting videos or making videos for a very long time, and I'm kind of rusty here. But yeah, hopefully you guys can bear with me. Alright, well yeah, let's just jump right into it with the materials. So for today's tutorial, you'll be needing your Rainbow Loom. I'll be using the Rainbow Loom. You'll be needing rubber bands. For today, I'll be using baby pastel pink for the body, and opaque fuchsia and jelly fuchsia bands for the gills of the axolotl and the tail. You'll also be needing a hook. I'll be using the Rainbow Loom hook, metal tip hook, and you also need extra hook. You can use a mini hook, but for today I'll be using the metal tip hook. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. Alright, so right now we're going to be first making the gills and the arms of the axolotl. So now we're going to start off with the gills, and as I said, I'll be using opaque fuchsia and jelly fuchsia bands. So first of all, we're going to get our Rainbow Loom hook here, and we're going to be taking double bands of your gill color, and I'm using both the jelly fuchsia and the opaque fuchsia, but you can use any colors, to be honest. Yeah, but you'll be needing double bands. So getting your double bands, we're going to place it on our hook like so, and we're going to stretch it out and cross it over. And then still holding on to the other end of the band, we're going to place it on our hook like so. We're going to still continue getting double bands. We're going to place it on the hook, stretch it out, and now we're going to slide on what we have on our hook onto the band like so. And still holding on to the other end, we're just going to place it back onto our hook like so. And we're gonna repeat the same thing. Get your double bands, alright. Place it on the hook, stretch it out, slide what you have on your hook onto this band, slide everything on, and then still holding on to the other end, we're just going to bring it back up onto our hook. And now we have 3 loops here. And we're going to repeat that 3 more times because we need 4 of these 3 looped chains, yes. So, and what I like to do, as I said, you'll be needing another hook. What I like to do is to transfer all my gills onto this hook. So I'll be stretching it out like so, and there should be a gap. You can see there's a gap there. So we're going to place our finger through the gap of the loop, stretch it out like so. And we're going to put our extra hook here, and we're just going to leave this chain in here. So I'm going to show it to you guys again, but a bit faster. And you'll be needing 4 of these 3 loop chains. So getting double bands, you're going to be putting it onto our hook, crossing it over, and then bringing back what you have on top. Now we're going to still getting double bands. We're using double bands the whole way. You're going to place it on your hook, stretch it out, and slide over what you have on your hook, still holding on to the other end. And we're going to bring it back on top. And then we're going to repeat that. Until you have 3 chains here, and we're going to do it 2 more times, or as I said, you're going to have 4 in total. So yeah, I'm going to speed this up. Okay, so now that we've completed all 4 of the 3 chained gills, we're just going to put that aside. And now we're going to get out our hook, and we're going to be making the arms of the axolotl. So first off, you'll be needing double bands of the axolotl's body color. And we're going to place it on our hook like so. Make a cross, still holding on to this side, and then we're going to place it back on top. And like we did with the gills, we're just going to make 2 chains. It's the same process as the gills, so we're going to get double bands again, place it onto your hook, slide over what is on your hook, still holding on to the other end, we're going to bring it back on top. And now you have 2 chains. Before we had 3, now we have 2. And we're just going to repeat the process again till you have 2 of the 2 chained links. So here you go, we have 2 of them. And now I'm just going to transfer everything here. So what I like to do is I would like stretch out the chains, put my finger through, stretch it out, place it onto the hook. And we're just going to do the same thing, transferring it. So here we go, I've transferred all my chains here. Ooh, okay, that's falling off. Make sure it doesn't fall off, by the way. So yeah, I've transferred everything here, and now we're going to be making the tail of the axolotl. So we're going to be needing our loom now. Alright, so here's our loom. And making sure arrows are facing downwards, so the red arrow is facing downwards like so. The U shape is facing this way. Making sure your loom looks like this, okay? We're going to get double bands of our tail, of our body color here. And we're going to place it on the side of the loom, like so. And we're going to do the same thing, making sure, getting double bands, and placing it down on your loom, like so. Until you have 3 bands, like 3 pegs filled up. So, now we're going to be taking a single band of your axolotl body color, and we're just going to be get our single band, and we're going to be wrapping it around this peg at the end. So we're going to place it on top, and we're going to twist it, making an infinity sign, and wrap it around. And repeat the same thing. And you're done. You just need a 3-loop cap band. So now we're going to get our hook, and we're going to get one of our gill colors. A single band of your gill color, and I'll be using fuchsia. So here's my fuchsia band. And I'm just going to place my hook through everything in here, through the capping band, through the double bands. And I'm going to place my hook on one side, one of the sides like so. Getting your single band, we're going to place it onto our hook. Still holding on to it, we're going to hold on to it tight. And we're going to loop our hook through that. And we're still going to hold on to the single band, and we're going to bring it back on top to our hook. Alright, and then now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to place our hook through the next peg, through all the bands. We're going to get a single band of our gill color, place it onto your hook, still holding onto it, and we're going to slide everything we have our hook onto it, including the gill we just made. So we're sliding everything. Alright, like so. And we're still going to be holding on to this, and we're going to bring it back on top. And we'll be repeating that again. Put your hook through everything. Get a single band of your gill color. Alright. Holding onto this, sliding everything onto the band. Ooh, make sure you don't take it out of your loom. But yeah, we're going to be sliding everything on to the band here. Alright, bringing this back on top, and now that we have this, we're just going to place it onto the top of, onto this peg. So we're just going to loop through again, place it onto the peg, like so. Alright, and now we're going to repeat the same process, but on the other side. Okay, so when you're done with both sides, we're going to be hooking the tail. So we're going to push the cap band, push the capping band, grab the bottom two bands, the double bottom two bands, and hook it forward like so. And we're just going to go through, grab the bottom two bands, hook it, go through, grab the bottom two bands, and hook it like so. So now that we're done with that, we're going to be getting our extra hook where we put all the gills and the arms, and we're just going to be looping it through here like so, looping it through all the bands from that peg, and we're just going to be pulling it out. And you can adjust it so it looks more like the tail, but you can do that later. So yeah, now we have all of our extra pieces. We're going to be starting to place the bands for the body and the head. So now we're going to be taking double bands, making sure your loom is facing downwards, arrows are facing downwards. We're going to be getting double bands, and we're going to be placing it on our loom diagonally like so. Doing the same thing, getting double bands, and doing it to the other side, placing it diagonally like so. Now we're gonna still getting double bands. I'm gonna place it onto this side of the peg, and we're going to do it to the center. And here. And now we're going to get double bands. So we're still using double bands. And we're going to place it onto this center peg, like so. And now we're going to close it off by getting double bands and placing it diagonally on your loom, like so. And we're going to do the same thing, placing it diagonally, like so. Alright, and now we're going to get double bands, but we're going to go diagonally, facing outwards like that. Gonna do the same thing with the other side. And now we're going to be placing bands on the side pegs. So getting your double bands, we're gonna place it out on the side of your loom, like so. And we're going to do the same thing, but 2 more times. 2, 1, and 2. So now we have three rows of bands on one side of the loom, and we're going to do the same side on the farther side, like so. So 1, 2, and 3. Alright, so this is how your loom should look like right now. So there's 3 rows of bands on the further sides of the loom, on the pegs. I don't really know how to say it. I forgot all my terminology. But anyways, let's just continue. And we're going to get our double bands, and we're going to place it on the center of your loom. And we're going to do the same thing and do it till you have 4 rows. So 3 and 4. So now we have 3, 1, 2, 3 on the sides, but 4 on the center. And we're now going to close it off with double bands by placing it diagonally like so. And we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. Alright, so now after we're done with that, we're going to be needing double bands, and we're going to be making the legs. So on this side of the loom, we're going to get double bands, and we're going to place it on top like so. And we're going to do the same thing with the other side, like so. Alright, and now we're thinking, oh, what did I just make all of this for? Now we're going to be adding all this stuff. So first we have our tail. This is the tail. Okay, because we made it last, so it should be on this side of the hook. Okay, we're gonna get our tail, and we're gonna place it on this side of this peg here, right at the end here, the second to last peg. So we're gonna be stretching everything out, And make sure you have all your bands. Make sure you have all your bands, okay? I'm gonna put it on my finger, stretching it out till we get it onto your loom, like so. And I placed it on the wrong way, but yeah, basically we're just gonna place it on our loom and making sure this side is facing outwards with the cleaner look, okay? Making sure the cleaner look of your chain is facing this way. And now we're gonna be placing our arms. So we're going to be going back to the third peg of your loom, or as you can see, there's this cross thing, right? This weird cross, we're gonna place it on this peg. Making sure you're putting it on this peg and not another peg. All right, we're gonna place our finger through and just transfer all the arm to one side of the peg, like so. On this peg, on the third peg, like so. And we're gonna repeat the same thing to the other side. All right, and now we're going to be placing our gills here on the head. So this is the head, and we're going to be getting one of our chains and placing it onto the first peg here, like so. And we're gonna do the same thing to the next peg here. And we're gonna be repeating that onto the other peg, onto the other side here. Repeating that again. Like so. Alright. I don't know, but yeah. Here we go. So this is how your loom should look like right now, with the tail here at the end. Can always adjust it later, but yeah, this is how it's supposed to look like for now. And now we're gonna be placing the eyes. So first of all, we're gonna be getting a single band of your eye color. I think I forgot to mention that in the intro, but you'll be needing like an eye color band, and I'm sorry I forgot to mention that. But yeah, so we're gonna get our single band, and we're gonna go on to the second peg here of your loom. And we're going to be placing, and we're gonna make a quadruple capping band. So we just made a capping band previously when we were making the tail, so we're just going to do that. So first we're gonna stretch it out, make a cross sign, all right? Like make an infinity sign. We're gonna place it, wrap it around this peg three times. So one, so this is the second one already. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and now we're gonna repeat the same thing on the other side. So 4 loops, stretch it out, cross, 1, 2, 3, and this should be already 4. And now we're gonna get our single band of your body color, and we're just going to place it onto, stretch it out from this peg, the second peg, to the next peg here. Okay, making sure this is on top, by the way. So yeah, all right. Okay, we're gonna stretch it out, and we're just gonna make a triangle here. And we're gonna repeat that triangle 2 more times on after the arm. So we're on this peg here. We're just gonna make a triangle and repeat that again. Alright, so we're almost done placing all the bands, and now we're gonna be making our capping bands here. So we're gonna get a single band of your body color, and we're gonna make a triple capping band, not a quadruple one like we did with the eye. So we're gonna be crossing it over, still holding on to this, wrapping it 2, 3. So 3 loops. And we're gonna do that to the center here. Stretch it out, cross it over, 2, 3. Alright, and we're gonna repeat that again onto this peg here. 2, 3. Alright, you guys. We're done placing all the bands now, and we can start with the hooking process with our hook. Alright. I think I'm saying alright too much. But whatever, I haven't been making videos for a very long time, so I don't blame myself. Anyways, we're gonna get our hook, and we're gonna go through our capping band like so. We're gonna push the capping band, and we're gonna get the bottom 2 bands, and we're gonna hook it straight up like so. And we're gonna repeat the same thing on the other side. Push the capping band, grab the bottom 2 bands, hook it straight up like so. And now we're gonna go through the center. So we're gonna push the capping band, grab the top 2 bands here. So grab it, grab the top 2 bands, and hook it to the side where it wants to go. We're gonna repeat that, push the capping band, grab the top 2 bands. Alright, whoops. Yeah, push the capping band, grab the top 2 bands, don't mind that. Hook it to the side where it wants to go. Push the capping band, alright, push the capping band, grab the bottom 2 bands, hook it to the side where it wants to go. And now we're gonna hook the center part. So we're just gonna grab the top 2 bands, hook it to the side where it wants to go, grab the top 2 bands and hook it, place it onto the peg. I'm gonna repeat that. Grab the top 2 bands, place it there. And now we're gonna hook the side, and it's practically the same thing, but there's a little twist to it. So we're gonna push all the bands at the front. Okay, we're gonna push all of the bands. Your bands at the front, so you're gonna push all of it. And we're gonna get the bottom 2 bands, and we're gonna hook it like so. So this is like kind of the harder part here, but later on it gets easy. So you see the triangle, remember the triangle band? We're just gonna push the top single band and grab the bottom 2 bands. Push the top single band, okay, push it, grab the bottom 2 bands, hook it on like so. And we're gonna repeat the same thing to the other side. Push the top bands, grab the bottom 2 bands, hook it to the side where it wants to go. Push the single band here, grab it, hook it, push. And here we go. So now we're completed. And if you didn't really get that, you can repeat that. You're just repeating what I've demonstrated here onto this side, pushing it, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So now we're going to be hooking these diagonal bands here. We're going to be pushing all the front bands and grabbing the bottom 2 bands, these bands, hooking it to the side where it wants to go, which is the center here. And we're going to do the same thing, push all the front bands. Ooh, okay, a band just came out. I think I should be concerned, but you know. I'm just hooking it to the side where it wants to go, like so. Oh, this band came out. So yeah, that shouldn't be happening, but yeah, never mind. Alright, so we're now done hooking the body. So we've already hooked the body. This is how it should look like. And now we're just gonna loop in the eyes into this triangle we placed a while back. So we're gonna grab the top black capping band, and we're just going to bring it into the triangle, like so. And we're gonna repeat that until all the capping bands, all the loops are into the triangle. And we're just gonna grab the loop and bring it into the triangle. And when you're used to it, if you know how to do this, you can grab the whole thing, but I suggest for beginners that you don't. Yeah. So now we're going to be going back into this center peg. We're gonna get our hook. Okay, we're gonna push out all the looped bands here. And we're gonna be grabbing our top 2 bands here. Top 2 bands. And hooking it to the side where it wants to go. And sometimes when it's stuck, what you can do is that you can put your hook. Okay, it's usually not stuck, but you know, you can just loosen it up like so. And we're just gonna do the same thing. Put your hook through it, grabbing the top 2 bands, hooking it to the side where it wants to go, like so. So we're just grabbing the top 2 bands and repeating that, but yeah. Now we're just going to go into the side, pushing all the looped bands, okay? Pushing all the looped bands and grabbing the bottom 2 bands here. And we're just gonna hook it, like so. And we're gonna repeat that again. Pushing all the looped bands, all the extras, grabbing the bottom 2 bands and hooking it to the side where it wants to go. We're gonna repeat that, push everything out, grabbing the bottom 2 bands, hooking it to the side where it wants to go. And we're gonna repeat, push all the bands here, okay? Grabbing the bottom 2 bands, hooking it to the side where it wants to go. Oh, and we forgot to hook in the center, so we make sure you do that. So we're just gonna go through the center and place it on top, like so. So make sure everything is hooked, like so. And this is how your loom should look like. Alright, and now we're just going to get our hook, put it into all the looped bands, making sure that all the bands are looped in, like so. We're gonna get our single body colored band, place it onto your hook, okay, and loop it through everything. Yeah, loop it. So this should be still on your hook. We're still holding on to this. Loop it through everything, and then you're just gonna bring that back onto your hook, and we're gonna bring the inner band, bring it up to make a slip knot here. Alright, and now we're just going to slowly pull this off. I know sometimes I'm tempted to aggressively pull it out, but you can't really rely on the slip knot. Just make sure your slip knot is tight enough, and we're just gonna pull all of this out, like so. Alright, pulling it out of the loom, blah blah blah. This should be fairly simple. Okay, so we are done with this. Yeah, okay, and as you can see, whoa, this looks kind of whack. It's kind of wonky here, right? Yeah, just adjust it. So what I like to do is to go through the eyes, adjust it. Yep, adjust this. And here we go. And the gills should be facing outwards like that. So yeah, this is how your axolotl should look like. And if the tail looks kind of weird, you just want to stretch out the gills out like so. So now this is how it should look like, and we are done with this. Oh, I really like the eyes on this one. But yeah, this is how your axolotl should look like. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. But yeah, bye!